Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins 8336. I will tell you about some special coins, so please watch the complete video.
Today, we're diving into the world of coin collecting once again, with a close look at the 1-cent coin from 1975, minted in the United States of America. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the value of the coins in your pocket, this video will break down everything you need to know about the 1975 penny. Stick around to the end to learn what makes this coin special and how much it might be worth today. Let's start with a little history. The 1975 1-cent coin, also known as a Lincoln cent, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, side of the coin. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The details on the Lincoln Memorial are sharp, and if you look closely, you can even see Lincoln sitting inside the memorial. The 1975 penny was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while Denver coins have a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins have an S mint mark. In terms of mintage numbers, the Philadelphia mint produced over 5.4 billion coins, the Denver mint produced nearly 4.5 billion coins, the San Francisco mint, which produced proof coins for collectors, minted about 2.8 million coins. The 1975 penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. This was the standard composition for pennies until 1982, when the rising cost of copper led to a switch to a primarily zinc composition with a thin copper plating. Now, let's talk about what everyone is here for: the value. Most 1975 pennies found in circulation are only worth their face value $7.50 millions, which is 1 cent. This is primarily due to the large number of coins minted. However, there are exceptions to this rule. The value of a 1975 penny increases with its condition. Coins in mint state, with no signs of wear and tear, are more desirable to collectors. An uncirculated 1975 penny might be worth around 15 to 30 cents. In extremely high grades, particularly those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services, the value can reach a few dollars. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another story. These coins were struck with special care, resulting in a mirror-like finish. A 1975 S-proof penny in perfect condition can be worth around $1 to $2, with higher grades fetching even more. Error coins can be significantly more valuable. For example, a 1975 penny with a striking error, such as an off-center strike or a double die, could be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the rarity and demand among collectors. Lastly, it's worth noting the intrinsic value of the copper. With the penny being 95% copper, its melt value is currently higher than 1 cent, though it's illegal to melt down pennies for their metal content. In conclusion, while most 1975 pennies are only worth a penny, there are certain factors, like condition, proof status, and errors, that can make them more valuable. If you have a 1975 penny, it's worth taking a closer look to see if it might be one of these more valuable specimens.
Today, we're diving into the world of the 1977 United States 1-cent coin. Is it worth more than just a penny? Let's find out. The 1977 1-cent coin, often referred to as the Lincoln cent, is part of a series that has been in circulation since 1909. This coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. These coins were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In 1977, the United States Mint produced over 4.4 billion of these coins, making them quite common. The 1977 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition was standard for Lincoln cents from 1962 until 1982, when the mint switched to a primarily zinc composition with a thin copper plating due to the rising cost of copper. So, what is a 1977 1-cent coin worth today? Well, in circulated condition, these coins are generally worth only face value, just 1 cent, $4.50 millions. However, uncirculated coins or those in mint condition can be worth more. As mentioned, in circulated condition, the 1977 cent typically holds its face value of 1 cent. An uncirculated 1977 cent, especially those with a high grade of MS65 or higher, can be worth between $1 to $3. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or higher grades can fetch even more, sometimes up to $10 or more at auction. If you have a proof version of the 1977 cent from the San Francisco Mint, it could be worth around $2 to $5, depending on its condition. Error coins from 1977 can also be valuable. Some common errors to look out for include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins with improper metal mixtures. These errors can significantly increase the value of a coin, sometimes reaching upwards of $50 or more depending on the rarity and severity of the error. In conclusion, while most 1977 1-cent coins are worth just their face value, those in pristine condition, proof coins, or coins with errors can be worth much more. If you have a 1977 penny, it might be worth taking a closer look to see if it could be a hidden gem in your collection.
Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1984 United States 1-cent coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just stumbled upon an old penny, this video will break down its history, features, and of course, its current value. Let's get started. The 1984 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, continues the long-standing tradition of featuring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, on the obverse. This design has been in circulation since 1909, marking over a century of history. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that ran from 1959 until 2008. The 1984 penny is part of this historic series. Now, let's talk specifications. The 1984 penny has a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change made in 1982 from the earlier all-copper pennies. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. When examining your 1984 penny, be sure to check for a mint mark, which indicates where the coin was produced. You might find a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. While standard 1984 pennies aren't particularly rare, there are some varieties to look out for. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 1984 double die obverse penny. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect, particularly on the date and the word Liberty. If you have a DDO penny, you could be looking at a coin worth anywhere from $50 to over $500, depending on its condition. The value of a 1984 penny largely depends on its condition. In circulated condition, these pennies are generally worth only face value $5.5 millions. However, if you have an uncirculated penny, it could be worth a few cents to a few dollars. The key is to look for pristine condition, with sharp details and minimal wear. As of now, standard 1984 pennies in circulated condition are worth around 1 cent, while those in uncirculated condition can fetch between 30 cents and $1.50. If you happen to have a high-grade uncirculated coin graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, the value can increase even more, sometimes reaching up to $10 or more. In summary, while the 1984 penny is common, it still holds value for collectors, especially in high-grade conditions or if it features a rare error like the double die obverse. So, the next time you come across a 1984 penny, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you think. Today, we're diving into the world of coin collecting to explore the value and worth of the 1986 1-cent coin from the United States of America. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you won't want to miss this. Let's get started. First, a little history. The 1986 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was first introduced on the penny in 1959. The 1986 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change that was made in 1982 to reduce production costs. In 1986, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.4 billion 1-cent coins, spread across 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Because of the large mintage, most 1986 pennies are relatively common. The face value of a 1986 penny is, of course, 1 cent. However, due to its composition, the intrinsic value is tied to the metal content. Given the small amount of copper in the coin, its melt value is very low, making it worth less than a cent in terms of raw material. Now, let's talk about the collector's value. For circulated 1986 pennies, the value typically remains at face value, just 1 cent, 4.5 millions. However, there are a few exceptions. If you have a 1986 penny in uncirculated condition, especially one with a high grade from a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, it could be worth more. An uncirculated 1986 penny might fetch anywhere from 10 cents to $2, depending on its condition. For proof coins minted in San Francisco, these can be more valuable, especially if they are still in their original packaging. A proof 1986 penny might be worth between $2 and $5. Error coins are where things can get interesting. Errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or other minting anomalies can significantly increase the value of a 1986 penny. Some error pennies from this year have sold for upwards of $50 or more, depending on the rarity and type of error. So, what's the final word on the 1986 1-cent coin? For most of us, it's just another penny in our pocket. But for collectors, especially those who find a pristine or error coin, there could be some real value hidden in your change jar. Today, we'll be diving into the details of the 1987 United States 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln Cent. We'll explore its history, design, and most importantly, its current value and worth. So, stay tuned. The 1987 1-cent coin is part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has remained largely unchanged since its inception, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to replace the previous wheat ears design. This reverse design was created by Frank Casparo. Surrounding the Lincoln Memorial, you'll see the inscriptions United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 cent. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced 1-cent coins at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced circulation coins, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. Here's a breakdown of the mintage figures: Philadelphia, over 4.6 billion coins; Denver, over 4.6 billion coins; San Francisco, around 4.2 million coins. With such high mintage numbers, the 1987 1-cent coin is quite common, especially those from Philadelphia and Denver. Now, let's get to the part you're most interested in: the value and worth of the 1987 1-cent coin. $3.50 millions. For circulated coins from Philadelphia and Denver, their value is generally around face value, which is 1 cent. These coins are still in circulation today and are very common. However, if you have an uncirculated or mint condition coin, it could be worth slightly more to collectors. Uncirculated coins can be valued between 10 to 50 cents, depending on their condition. The proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are more valuable. These coins were specially made for collectors and were not intended for circulation. A 1987 proof Lincoln Cent can be worth around $2 to $5, depending on its condition and whether it comes with its original packaging. While the standard 1987 1-cent coins aren't particularly valuable, error coins from this year can fetch higher prices. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet can be worth significantly more, sometimes ranging from $10 to several $100s, depending on the rarity and type of error. If you think you have an error coin, it's worth getting it authenticated and graded by a professional. In summary, the 1987 United States 1-cent coin is a common coin with minimal value in circulated condition. However, uncirculated, proof, or error coins can hold more value for collectors. If you happen to come across one in excellent condition or with a unique error, it might just be worth more than you think. Today, we're diving into the details of the 1988 United States 1-cent coin. We'll explore its history, features, and, of course, how much it's worth today. So, let's get started. The 1988 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, is part of the long-running series featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln. This series began back in 1909 and continues to this day. The 1988 penny was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of these coins each year, making it a common date for collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse of the coin features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, you'll see the word Liberty to the left, and the mint year, 1988, to the right. The motto, "In God We Trust," arches above Lincoln's portrait. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which has been a staple on the penny since 1959. Above the memorial, the words, "United States of America," are prominently displayed, with the motto, "E Pluribus Unum," beneath it. The denomination, 1 cent, is placed below the memorial. This reverse design was created by Frank Gasparro. Now, let's talk about mint marks. The 1988 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were struck for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins, which are specially made for collectors. One interesting aspect of the 1988 penny is its composition. Pennies minted from 1982 onwards are primarily made of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, weighing about 2.5 grams. This is different from earlier pennies, which were made of solid copper. Alright, now to the part you've been waiting for: how much is the 1988 penny worth? In general, a 1988 penny in circulated condition is worth face value, just 1 cent, $1.80 millions. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and remains in pristine condition, it could be worth more to collectors. A regular uncirculated 1988 penny might be valued at around 10 to 30 cents. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially if they are still in their original packaging, can be worth about $1 to $3. But here's where it gets interesting: some 1988 pennies have an error known as the 1988 wide AM. This error refers to the spacing between the and M in America on the reverse side. If the letters are spaced widely apart, you might have a rare and valuable coin. These error coins can sell for anywhere from $10 to $100 or more, depending on their condition. So, while most 1988 pennies are worth just a cent, certain uncirculated or error varieties can be worth significantly more. It's always worth taking a close look at your coins, because you never know what hidden gems you might find. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Ultra Rare Coins for more coin collecting tips and insights. Leave a comment below if you have any 1988 pennies or other coins you'd like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.